Hello, I can't believe this. It's Tuesday, April 22nd, and I'm at Lac Lejeune, and to my surprise, there was a truck parked outside the gate, but the gate was open, so I drove on in. It's open, I'm the only one in here. Closed at 10 p.m. I'm parked right by the sign. You better not lock me in, you guys. Anyway, yeah. Liquor, $2.30 fine, there you go. Stay off the sauce. But we're at Lac Lejeune, and it's about 4 degrees Celsius, and it seems like it's trying to snow. I didn't bring any gloves. That's okay. But, oh, what happened? Is this thing still working? I don't know. Hold on a second here. It's making weird. Oh, no wood in there. But if we had some wood, we could build a fire, couldn't we? I'm sure there's wood around here somewhere. But hey, let's not commit to that yet. A little bit of wood outside here. Not enough to do much with. It's like somebody burnt a tarp up. People will burn anything. They just don't care. Let's take a little bit of an explore first, okay? Pretty devoid of wood up here so far. I'm just above the main parking area, just taking a little look around. You don't want to be grabbing undergrowth and this type of stuff. It's not meant for that, right? Otherwise you ruin the site. But if there's already some wood in the fire pit or something like that, then some of these picnic tables look like they're almost ready to be replaced. This is a nice park. I made a video here a long time ago, but I never published it last year. But I wasn't doing any local YouTube at that time in my hometown here. We're just on the look for a little bit of firewood just in case, right? Let's see, there's a little rock you can sit down on here, right? Kind of a handy little rock for something. But these sites are pretty cleaned up. There's no wood in any of them. And let's do a little sneak through here. But I can't believe all the snow's gone. Huh. And you got these little cut trails in between the sites. But the snow must be just recently gone out of here. Any wood in this one, I wonder? No. That's a nice tree, isn't it? You got some nice big ones in here. Got that. Be good shelter. Let's cut through here. Not really any new growth at all in here yet. Oh, what's this up here? What's up here? Oh, I think there's a playground up here. Can you imagine if there was a pull-up bar? How excited I'd be. What kind of animal's that? Hey, what would that be? See the size of my thumb? Is that a deer or a moose? Huh. I'll look that up later. There's a little piece of scrap of wood there. Oh, I can hear the loons. Yeah, there's a kid's playground up here. I've been to this park lots over the years. It's changed a lot. It had that beetle kill thing happen many, many years ago too, and it was cleared out a little bit and reforested again. But yeah, check this out. Somebody left their hat here. Anybody looking for a hat? What's that say? Britannia Hockey Academy. Huh. It's actually a nice hat and it's got a bear on it. No, I don't wear ball caps, but that's decent. Look at here. I think we can probably do a pull-up in here somewhere. Oh, somebody had their some dog shit. Classic, right? Dog shit in the playground. Yeah, look at this. Yes. Yes. Hold on 1 second here. Hold on. Lac Lejeune Provincial Campground, my friends. This is like Wheels on the Bus. Oh, 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 hold on 1 minute. Hold everything. Do it with the pack on. Check this. Yes. Yes. That's nice. What happens if you, what about this one? I think he'll automatically spin to the opposite side. Let's see. Yeah, there's no, what else we got over here? Hold on a second, hold on. Look at all this, where can we do? What can we try? What about this thing? Hold on, let's try this thing. I'm gonna take the pack off for this one. What do we got going here? Let's do this way. Oh, that's fun. What about on one? That's cool, man. Don't hurt yourself. Well, I'm upside down. Nice. Oh, I do amuse myself. Wow, look at all this stuff here. This little rock climbing thing. Looks like it's kind of for little kids, but maybe we try it. There's all sorts of interesting things here. Hold on 1 sec. Hold on. I think this might be a little too advanced for me. I don't know what to do here. Looks like it's fun, though, man. You know? What about over here? What can you do here? Ah. Oh, man. What now? Okay, just stop it for a second. Cool. That's fun. Well, now what? What's this thing say? Oh, it talks about the beetle kill removal project in 2006. Mountain pine beetle. Has to have sustained temperatures of -25 to -40 to kill them off. Wow. This is a weird little place. Especially when you're here all by yourself. You got these little rock climbing things everywhere. Wow. This one's weird. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Whew, that's a wobbly. Okay. Calm yourself. What next? It's starting to snow. It's starting to snow. Wow. Yeah, see here? Closed for the season. Look over here. Someone must have really needed to go. Look at these hillbillies, what they did. Hey, look at the hillbillies. Definitely on the sauce. Oh, doesn't that not look inviting? How could somebody do that? Hey? How drunk were you? Let's keep snooping around a little bit here, you guys. Look at this. I wonder who's responsible for this. If it was those drunkards or it was Parks. Still got a piece of rope tied to it. Weird. Oh, there's another tree down over here, but I think some of these got to be Parks. But people get crazy. They see a dead tree, and because they're on the sauce, they think, well, it's okay to cut it down right in the middle of a park, right? Like, look at the stuff people do. Look at this. Somebody thought it was okay to do that, right? Like, stop drinking, assholes. I think this could be a Parks. Who knows? Playground, 9 p.m. Huh. Amphitheater trail. You guys want to check out the amphitheater? Let's go see. Well, there's a little bit of snow. Oh yeah, that's snow, all right. That's snow. Place to rack up your bike. Please don't destroy the electronics. Look at this. What somebody's done here. Why, people? Why? Why do people have to be so destructive? I don't know. You sit here, see? Just bring your... Come up here. Get your, your theater system and watch a little berry picking on the big screen, right? Oh. Huh. These places are so different when there's nobody around, aren't they? This is a rooty little trail. We're just kind of going randomly all over the place here, you guys. I just want to get a feel for what's going on here. We're kind of pretty much all stuck on the bottom portion here. That's a good little shortcut. This is probably the closest campsite to the big washroom and to the lake. Not to the lake necessarily, but to the big washroom. Definitely no wood in these sites. But I know we could find some if we look long enough. Let's go see how the old washroom's doing over here. And you see the ground here? This would have all been on top of the snow. See, it's all left on the road here. And here's the taps, of course, aren't on this time of year unless somebody took it home with them. Bear proof. Well, somebody's been down here with a Smirnoff Ice. Yeah, so this would be the main washrooms. Wow, that lake's like glass. What do you think? You think it's open? Nope, I didn't think so. What about this one? There'll be a pit toilet open somewhere. But yeah, that's when you come in the main parking lot, this is where you kind of end up. It's right here. Let's go check out the other dock over here. Oh, we got a little bit of sun and it's snowing. You see, that's the only car here is me. See it? The beast over there? Wow. I'm so lucky. I hope they don't lock me in. Gate was open. Oh, some Canada geese over there. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I do quite a bit of paddleboarding up here. You know, it can be quite chilly up here, but you could bring up a little barbecue with your briquettes, sit it there. And you've got water supply close by. Look at this table, it's a little bit different than the other ones. Wonder why that is. This one's built to last. BC Parks, look at that. Can you see that? Huh. There's the lake. Gee, it's low. Definitely. Oh, why is that thing still going? It was supposed to have stopped. Anyway, yeah, look at that. Fishing, fishing. Why is it always about fishing? Do people have to fish? Why don't they just go enjoy the lake? This is a posh dock. We're running on it right now. Why do people think they have to catch and kill and eat fish to enjoy a lake? Or they promote that. I don't understand. Anyway, RiversideDocs.com, sponsored by RiversideDocs.com. Blatantly advertising within a park. Swimming, no diving. No swimming, no diving, but you can fish. Oh, what's wrong with this world? Berry Picking says. Yes, some people are going to hate me. Some people will like my opinions. Yes, yes, yes. Down over there, this little road goes over there, and that's where you would launch your boat. You know, your boat. You know, if you have to have one of those big ones that you can't launch by hand, I would highly recommend just going with a kayak or canoe or paddleboard. Over there, that is a ski hill. It used to be Lac Lejeune Ski Hill. I learned to ski there. There used to be a tow rope in there. There's sort of a second portion to the lake, way down the end there, and there's a road there, and there's a marshy end too, and there's cabins and that along here. But I own this place today. Look at this, you guys. I own this place. I hope you're enjoying this. Thanks for coming along. I'm just sort of, what's that word? Flabbergasted? What does that word mean, right? Wow, this is so nice. It's so still. Yeah, April 22nd. One day after the religious holiday. Religious government holiday. Oh, we got a little bit of faulty dock. guys got to come in here, do some warranty work on your dock. Especially seeing you're advertising it within a provincial park. Ah, there we go. Ah, the loons. Love it. Generously provided with BC Wildlife Federation to improve access to park visitors. Huh. Wow. Donated. Huh. But we had to make sure we got the plaque on there so everybody knew about it. Oh, Barry. Why can't people be nice without having to give themselves a pat on the back all the time? That's a big tree. Oh, let's go check out those geese over there. Notice, swimmers are advised that no rescue equipment or lifeguards are provided. In case of emergency, call 911. Well, we're about 35-minute drive from Kamloops. If you're drowning, I don't think that's going to help you. Look at all those geese are heading into the water. Where are you guys going? Where are you going? Oh, and there's a loon I can see out there. Hi, you guys. That's about a big head. Zoom on. Hey, what going? What doing, geesey? Wow, what a day to be a goose. Or a gaggle of geese. They're not even honking at me. Oh, that sun's nice and warm. Looks like 6 of them were paired up and there's one by himself there. And we got one loon there and there was another one further back. Huh. This would be a nice one to be grilling that, wouldn't it? Briquettes only. That could be your table and do some grilling. Oh, somebody here. Well, we owned it to ourselves for a little while anyway. Little green coyote. That's right, get out of our park. Not quite jumpable. Funny, they got to padlock all that on there. Someone would either steal the chain or the dock. Oh, a ducky. Hello. I could almost jump that. Should see if we can find a little gangplank or something. Are people that stupid, man? The government got to remind you of everything. They'll even give you SPF 30 on there. Dermatology Association, Canadian Cancer Society, British Columbia Association of Optometrists even. No smoking, no vaping, no marijuana. Look at all those other signs. Where's the drinking sign again? Somebody probably burned it. The drunk guys have probably burned it. Be bear aware. I like these bear things. I love bears. Come on, bear. Come see me, bro. We love you, bro. Are we still on big head mode? Yeah. Sometimes it's nice. Well, these little pit toilets are right next to the ones that are closed. The main toilet's right by the water here. So there you go. If you don't want to get your squat toilet going, bring your own paper, but you know what I'm saying? Bring your own paper. What about this one? There's two of them. You and the wife, if you could walk down together. How romantic, right? How romantic. Bring your own paper. Well, that was nice. They left a couple open. Let's take let's keep snooping around. We're very curious people. Why is that? We don't know. That's how curious we are. We're curious about being curious. Oh, there's some big trees in here. We gotta find a big tree. I see one over there I want to go see. Hold on. This is a therapy walk, by the way. It's always a therapy walk for me. I just love the way people just have to snap the branches off, right? Oh, that's sad. That one had to come down, isn't it? They build you a little tree house up there. See, these ones along here, this is, you know, the hillbillies, they like to get in here and start burning, right? They gotta burn. Oh yeah, someone's been burning a few fires in this one. Like these parks, you're able to walk in the winter, right? You're gonna have to park at the top where the yellow gate is. Like you say, I was really surprised it was open. But see, people seem to run amok when the gate's closed. Look at this. Perfectly green tree. Somebody snapped off for no apparent reason. Just destroying the sites, right? I bet you, I would bet $1 million the people that did that were drinking. 1 million. 10 million. Make it 100 billion. Yeah, there we go. See, none of this is traditional. This is all, that stuff isn't supposed to be burned at all, right? You're inside a provincial park. Wow. Oh yeah. McDonald's too. That just shows you the type of people that go to McDonald's, what they do with their garbage. Garbage versus garbage. Garbage eats garbage. Another tree down. Hopefully the parks guys cut it. But look at this, is the one we come to see. Look at this beast. Look at this. Wow. Can you see how big that is? Can you see? You get any idea how big that is? Isn't that something? Whoa! Just don't fall and injure yourself when you're completely by yourself, 40 kilometers out of town. It's got a bit of a lean to it, doesn't it? Look at that. Wow. Again, it's got to be 600, 700 years old, at least. Wow. Hello, Mr. Crow. I'm a friend of the forest. Don't worry. Look, the kids are having some fun there. That's cool. Well, and then someone looks like they started one and didn't finish that one. $142 reserved. I don't think you should be able to reserve these things. You know why? So I've been here many times where these sites are reserved. There's nobody in them. People tie them up just on they think they might come. You know, well, let's just, you know, we've got the money. Let's just reserve the site, and if we go, right? Meanwhile, people are coming in here and they want to have a camp, get their camp on, and someone with money to burn has decided they want to own the whole park, right? I heard they might be changing some of those systems. To go back to the old days, people should have to line up outside the gate, right? The most eager people, the people that are here, should get the sites. Let's check this out over here. The washrooms by the Fisherman's Launch, they're closed for the season, unless you want to hack them open when you're drunk off your fishing boat. You know, go ahead. You know what they got to do in these parks? With today's technology, instead of putting up all these gross signs, why don't they just put a couple of hidden cameras here and there where people park their cars? Be real easy to trace it back to them. That's the way I look at it. You know, at the access points where people come in. In the wintertime, people will sneak in here with snowmobiles and walk on the ice and all sorts of stuff, right? But, oh, that poor tree came down. Darn. Some more talented bears there. Look at that. Okay, they just get their big nail out, do the cross. M plus R. I wonder who M is. Butt munch and who knows who. Well, people have been hacking away in here. Yeah, so this is the parking lot for the boat launch. I think they do have a motor limitation. You're not allowed to put too big a motor. Over here, you can actually, if you walk right through here, you can, there's a little way you can cut through to the cabins. Maybe I'll show you. Let's see here. Yeah, see another sign. Parallel parking for vehicles with boat trailers only. I don't think people know what to do if they didn't have a sign to tell them, would they? I think the more signs a country has, the lower their IQ probably is as a whole, right? How about people just park out of the way so other people have access, right? And there's a trail system up here too, right? Lac Lejeune Circle Route. I've walked all these trails in my day, right? There's Lac Lejeune Lake. You are here. We're right here. Okay. It's a decent sized lake. There's the campsite. Stocked with 15,000 Penasque rainbow trout. For who? Oh, the fisheries. So someone can catch them by the mouth. Oh, isn't that nice? That's like, you know, pretending you're doing the cattle in the feedlot a favor too. We feed them with really good feed. Cattlemen's Association. Yeah, see, right here. Right in where the cabins are. Pretty cool. You're a lucky little landowner to live there. Your little piece of paradise that no one else can come on to. Well, maybe a couple of your closest friends, right? And this is where you would launch your boat. 20-kilometer-an-hour speed limit. Yeah, for your Albertans and that, yeah, don't bring your ski boat and your jet skis, please. Read the sign, maybe. You think you'd get pulled over if you're going 21 or 22, or there'd be some leeway? Doesn't say anything about size of boat. So I guess you could bring a cabin cruiser in here as long as you weren't going over 20 kilometers an hour. Hi, Mr. Crow. And this is where the fishermen do their thing and load their beer into their boats. Ooh, that's a floaty. Is that tied off before I get on there? Yeah, I think so. Ooh, that feels weird. It's a small dock. It really moves. And then some private docks on that down that way. That road runs a little loop. There's a loop of cabins there, and then there's more cabins on the other side of the lake. And the trail runs on the other side of the lake also. And there's the old Lac Lejeune ski hill over there. And there's some accommodations down the end of the lake too. This is where the fishermen lop the heads off and clean the guts out. I know that because I paddle in here and I can see all the rubble on the bottom of the lake, right? Okay, quit your ranting, Barry. You got your happy on, man. But hey, we all got a right to our opinion. If anybody wants to debate me on anything, feel free. Or meet me in person. Feel free. Yeah. Spread the love, Barry. That's what all you're trying to do is spread the love. Well, let's roll. Ah, here's some evidence of hillbillies. Oh, somebody was looking for firewood, huh? Look at this. Another one over here too. You guys got to put cameras up in here. Get rid of the signs and put cameras. Remember what century we're in. These ones look pretty rotted, right? But I guarantee people pulled them apart and burned them. Hello, Mr. Crow. See this sign? No dogs that way, dogs that way. Or different, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Disabled persons parking only. Huh. Those geese, every time I walk up here, they head themselves back to the water. There's some people down by my car. See what they're doing. I'll make sure I get them on film. Oh, they got a dog on the wrong end of the park. I can see that. Let's get them on film. Hey, I don't mind. Hey, let's go down here. Hey. Oh, we got a doggy. Hi, little doggy. Oh, no, I don't care. He's just saying hello, aren't you? You go, I'm a doggy. That's how I say hello. Well, it's nice. We got the place all to ourselves today. It's wonderful. How did you get in your car? The gate was open. I just drove right in. I didn't expect it to be open, honestly. Where'd that come from? Yeah, you guys walking from in the houses or cabins? Yeah. There's another car in here now, too. Yeah. Be careful, you'll get locked in. Yeah, for sure. And well, if I do, I'm not going to get blamed for it because the gate was open. But I was shocked it was open. Oh, there we go. Oh, maybe you let me out. They thought I was a parks person. Well, we've seen quite a bit. Yeah, and people just don't pay. I know. Let's roll. You guys ever drive in a smart car? Now you can. Hey, isn't this fun? Whee! Let's take the long road. That little sign says, please keep campgrounds clean. Do not cut trees. Yeah, well, good luck. Those people live up here. These places are super expensive, and some of them are Indian lease land too. These washrooms not open either. Horseshoe pits. If we see something interesting, we'll stop along here. But yeah, there's quite a few of these campsites. Oh, that washroom's open too. Oh, that's okay. I'm just keeping an eye out for wood, right? Not that I don't think we'll be building a fire today. Yeah, it just doesn't look like it would have been open even here on the Easter weekend, but who knows, maybe it was. And now the road starts to climb up. This road here does sort of one big loop around the outside, and there are camping roads in the middle. More trees down. See, some of those look like they come down naturally. Oh, look at here, a little bit of snow. We got to pay attention here. Maybe the road isn't passable. I think we should go through that just a little bit. Let's go through a little bit. My tires are really bald. Oh, we're like right on top. Oh, look at another picnic table with no top on it. Think we can get up on this with the car? Oh, a little bit. Another picnic table with no top on it. They might be replacing some of those. They're probably rotted, but you know, once the hillbillies burn even one of them, you know, they're no good anymore. That one had nothing on it either. These washrooms are still closed. I did a video last year where I walked in here and there was probably 2 or 3 feet of snow on the road. But I never posted it like you say. They're all nice campsites. I don't even know what they charge for a campsite now, but probably what, 20 bucks, something like that? I don't know. Bucks is dollars in Canadian. Flicker lane. Well, they've got a little recycling bin. Put your liquor bottles in there, your pop bottles. Another tabletop missing. I don't think there's much else to see in here today. I hope everyone made it through the weekend okay. I spent it alone also, and anybody else that spent it alone, I hope they're recovered and moving on and some personal growth. We even got a couple pull-ups going here today. A little bit more snow. Oh, that big one's down. That big tree's down on the ground. That's sad. Another picnic tabletop missing. I go it this way. And this is where you drive in. It's really busy. That's where they'd collect your money, is in that little shack there. And a little bit of parking on the way in if there was a line up. Yeah, the gate's wide open. Let's just stop here for just 1 sec. Shall we? Okay. There's our long list of rules and regulations. Emergency numbers, that kind of thing. Things to do. Local hazards. Tells you where the local services are. 37 kilometers to Logan Lake and 37 kilometers to Kamloops, but it's just about the same distance. Huh. And this is like a little campground map. See, it tells you what facilities some of these other little campgrounds have, right? Lac Lejeune has, what does that say? 83 sites? Something to that effect. I don't know. Interesting. There's Wellsgrey Park. I'm thinking about going out there one of these days soon. But yeah, I think, are we done? There's the big yellow gate, which is wide open. Park is technically closed. In Canada, they'll open them like this, but you're not supposed to camp in them yet, right? It's, you know, they'll let you use them for day use. But see, I like what they did here. At least it's locked so that no one can close it and lock it on you. You know what I mean? Where they leave the locks open and someone just goes, haha, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? I hate walking on these things. Supposed to keep the cows out. No ATVs permitted to operate beyond this point. Really? Good thing they told us. No parking in front of gate. Good thing they told us. And it's still little bits of snowflake coming down, yet it's really nice and warm. And a couple more signs on this side. I hope BC here in Canada really gets their park stuff going again. We've got so much to offer. You know, put in more tent sites, less car sites, less motorhome sites. And I know motorhome people would say the opposite, but I would rather have more, you know, sites suitable for tents and parking cars, and more people could enjoy it, right? And make them more affordable, you know? Please deposit your visitor comment card here. Where do you get your visitor comment cards, I wonder? Who knows? Well, I think that's going to conclude our Lac Lejeune Provincial Park video. April 22nd, I think it's a Tuesday. Started out about 3 or 4 degrees. It's a little warmer than that now, but it was actually just about perfect out here to make a video. And I hope everybody at home is looking after their pets and their loved ones today. And I wish everyone the best. My enemies too. I even wish you guys the best. Strive to be better all the time. Be a better person. You don't have to keep doing the same stupid things. Do we? No, we don't. Bye.